What up, peeps? It's about 10:30. Just got home about 45 minutes ago from a gig. My first gig post-surgery. This is my first video in a minute. I had a post about, getting my surgery, which was on December 13th, but I hadn't posted a video or anything about it for the vlog. So here I am after my first gig. Feeling pretty good. A little tender. But yeah, all in all, everything's functioning like it was prior to all the pains. I have pain at the incision site, some on my elbow. My wrist is pretty good. But yeah, let's backtrack. I had surgery December 13th. Everything went through in a very last minute mad dash. I got everything done though. December 13th, I had surgery. It was really a fast kind of deal. I had endoscopic release on my wrist and an open release on my elbow for the cubital tunnel. My surgery time was 10:30. I was out by like 1:15. That's like check-in, pre-op, and post. Check-in, pre-op, surgery, post-op. So everything's cool. They give you a they give you a lot of stuff, but the biggest thing that they give you is like a nerve blocker, which is essentially like this numbing juice that goes directly to like the source, so like directly to the nerve site. It essentially numbs your whole arm. So I had that for the duration, and felt all right. I mean, they gave me some other stuff too. I don't know what all they gave me. They gave me some other stuff too. I was feeling pretty good after surgery, but the biggest thing was a nerve blocker. And it's basically like your arm is like dead weight. So I had that. So I'm done surgery, say 1:15, 1:30 or so. We go and pick up some food and pick up my scripts from Target. Excuse me. I'm getting over like a little cold too. I had a little tickle in my throat. Can't get it out. But we had a surgery. We get my meds around 2, so we're back home by like 2:15 after we pick up food and medicine. And then I'll take my first pill, give me some oxycodone, the good stuff. I forget like how good it is, but it was the good stuff. Take it every 46 hours as needed for pain, but I took it before the nerve blocker wore off, which is what they recommend, because when the nerve blocker wore off, what they don't want you to do is be in immense pain, but they want to keep your pain very minimal, or at the least, at the worst of it, a very low dull. Which, for the most part, that's where it was. The kicker of that part was that they say it could take anywhere from like 8, 12, 24, 48 hours. Like, it's a wide range. And when your body absorbs the medicine and like the stuff wears off. Well, my body must have absorbed it pretty fast, because my nerve blocker started to wear off at like 4, 5 o'clock, and I could like feel my hand and like the incision, and like that shit hurt. Excuse my language, but that hurt. So I took some, and it was too early for me to take my next pill, so I took like some ibuprofen. It kind of helped, but not really. But yeah, that's the hard part, when that nerve blocker wore off. So I get my pills and whatnot. The other thing is I had to sleep in a sling, because they want that arm to be immobilized while you're on the nerve blocker, but also while it's still like very tender. They don't want any like trauma to the surgery site to open the incision or cause I forget what they said, a hematoma? An embolism? I don't know. They don't want it to like bruise up or like burst the stitches. They like get all bloody and stuff and have to do like another procedure to fix the issue. But yeah, So that's day 1, day 2-ish. Also, have to sleep with elevated, and I can't really do that in the bed, so I made a couch bed, or we made a couch bed for me to sleep on. Had like several pillows to rest my arm on, which was cool. It helped. By the weekend, so the surgery was on Tuesday, had my sling on Wednesday, Thursday. By Friday, I was taking it out and just kind of using my hand, because what they recommended, I start to, move my fingers and start resuming some regular activities, but not too crazy, no heavy lifting, anything like that. I had my follow-up, or my first appointment for therapy the next Tuesday. I forget that date, but what's the 13th, the 20th. Everything went well. They gave me some stretches to do, some exercises, really just working through the tightness of the incision site and keeping that scar mobile and the skin stretchy, because what we don't want is for there to be tightness from the incision site, and they want to keep my mobility up. For the most part, it was good, and it's still good. I've had 2 additional therapy appointments. Had one today, oddly enough, and my OT that I had today put me through the ringer, which is exactly what I want before I have a gig. We'll get there. Anyway, Saturday after the surgery, everything's cool. Therapy the following Tuesday. No, it was Monday. Yeah, I had therapy on Monday. Therapy the following Monday. I'm out of the sling. I'm able to drive. They're checking my incision site, give me the exercises to do. Everything's cool. Start using my hand regularly. I'm playing a little bit of video games. I'm still learning what I can and can't do. Get to the holidays, Christmas and all that, no sling, very minimal pain, still tending to surgeon site, get more and more mobility as time goes on. I have another therapy visit the next week. I start doing some more different tasks and exercises just to see kind of where I'm at. That goes well. I have my post-op visit with my doctor's PA. He checks my incision site. Everything's healed up. I'm fully cleared to gig. On top of the exercises that I have to do a scar massage with some cocoa butter and vitamin E oil just to soften up the scar and also help keep it, mobile. So I'm doing that now. Fast forward to this week, I'm back at work, fully cleared for regular activities. I'm really seeing the limits of what I can and can't do. I have my first gig tonight, which is very telltale. In general, the benefits that I'm noticing immediately. So let's see if I can switch hands real quick. In this part of my hand right here is where I would feel like some pain prior to surgery. I don't have that pain anymore. And the biggest thing with that was I was noticing I was having issues gripping, specifically my guitar picks. Like I couldn't grip it tight enough or hold it still enough, and it would spin in my hand. But I played with a regular pick tonight and didn't have that problem. Everything was cool. Still palm mute too. I still have some pain in the pinky, but it's partly because of the elbow surgery incision where they did that release there. It's still mending. The nerve still has to heal, which everything's still, and I still have some limited mobility, but more or less it's all there, but it's still a little tender. But it's par for the course according to my doctor and my therapist. This is just gonna take time, patience, and just working through it and being consistent with everything that I'm doing. So yeah, well, we're cleared. Went back to work with kids on Wednesday. We're now at January 3rd. Everything was fine through the holidays. No real playing, no real whole lot of hand usage. Back at school now, so I'm at work 8 hours a day, so I'm playing pretty regularly. Not, full 40 minutes of a class period, but for the duration of my workday, there's essentially a guitar in my hand in some capacity, or I'm playing piano or drum set. So my hand is getting work. Still stretching, but I'm still trying my best to limit and modify as best as possible because I'm still healing. Even though I've been cleared to resume activities, I still have to be conscious of where I'm at as far as my pain threshold and my mobility in my hand and my wrist and my elbow, through my arm in general, from that nerve, because the nerves essentially run from the neck down through the arm into the hand. But yeah, I played my first gig tonight post-surgery. It was good. I've switched from doing, 2 supersets in a 3-hour gig. So I would do, 2 hour 15 sets with a 30-minute break in between, to doing 45 minutes. Take 15 or 20, do another 45, take 15 or 20, and then I got a 40 or 45 minute window left. So that's kind of where I'm at with that. And I think I like that more because I play not necessarily more time, but more frequent. So instead of having a big break where people might be sitting and waiting for me to play to come back from break, and I'm not playing because I'm on my set break and I'm taking 30 minutes. Now it's a 15-minute break. And people aren't waiting a long time for me to get back for set break, so their folks are sticking around longer, which is great. But yeah, when it comes to the gig, I think my threshold is just right there too, about 40, 45 minutes before things start to get a little squirrely. But yeah, my hand felt and still feels pretty good. Elbow's a little tender. My wrist is good. No real pain there. But yeah, it's kind of the latest since getting the first surgery done. I still have to do it again in April. Let me do another follow-up maybe tomorrow or after the weekend. I have another gig tomorrow, so we'll see what getting back to work and gigging looks like, and how that feels as far as my playability and mobility and flexibility, all the abilities. But yeah, that's the latest. I'll keep you all in the loop, and yeah, if you can't do anything, just try and keep your hands moving.